I finally got a new tripod. And that's all I had to say. Next on the list is a new camera. But that's about 10 times as much as I paid for the tripod, so that's not coming anytime soon. Now, my camera won't wobble and tilt if I scream, because when I scream in my videos, the sound waves are so powerful. My tripod it was so weak and shitty that when I scream, it's like Mariah Carey when she breaks a glass. And it's like that, except it's more like really terrifying and unhinged. And maybe that's why my subscribers have been stagnating the past couple of months. Maybe I shouldn't be myself. Now I'm totally eye level with the camera. So just imagine you are right in front of me right now and I'm staring into your eyes. I always get people complimenting my eyes. I think I've said this before. They're not blue. I posted a whole thing about this on my Instagram story, okay? They are hazel, but the outside of them is blue. So like at least a third of my eye is the color blue. It goes blue, green, and then it's brown in by my pupil. So my iris from afar in certain lighting can look blue, and I have astigmatism in both my eyeballs, so I need very, very expensive, specially weighted contacts. Look at how far technology has advanced. But anyway, these very special and very, very expensive contacts, I have a blue tint to them. Sorry, it's just so hard for me not to think about how poor I am. They have a very blue tint to them, so whenever I film, it makes my eyes look blue. They're not really blue. Okay, I am not part of the Aryan race. My hair is naturally brown, okay? I do not have blue eyes, they're hazel. I happen to be white. It's not like I'm pulling a Sydney Sweeney or anything though, okay? So give me a break. The camera distorts me in all sorts of ways. Today we're going through the arethestraightsokay subreddit. Plus, arethecisokay subreddit. I made a video going through the arethestraightsokay subreddit like 2 years ago, and 2 years is like my time limit for repeating a video idea. So it's now been over 2 years since I made that video, so now we can repeat the idea for quick and easy content. Guys, I turned emo. You know what's funny is sorry. It's genuinely not intentional, this bit that I have going on where I take too long to get in the video. I genuinely just have too much stuff on my mind. I'm autistic, I have OCD, there's a lot of things going on up here like all the time, so, and I don't even know what I was gonna say. Did I add ADHD on it? I'm just kidding. I was gonna say something really funny. Fuck! By the way, if you don't know what either of these subreddits are, it's, you know, the Reddit posts will speak for themselves, so let's just do it. The first one is a TikTok comment. I'm trans, gang. Peace mark. And someone... You can reply with photos and TikTok comments now. People are worried about AI. This is a technology that the general public should not be allowed to use. TikTok comments replying with photographs. This is not Reddit. This is not Twitter. It should be kept purely to 130 character limit max. Well, it's you know what this problem is twofold, because the reason why TikTok discourse is so brain dead is because people are limited to so many characters. That's the same problem that has occurred with Twitter. And, you know, and the Nazi stuff now, but that's totally unrelated. But at the same time, if you didn't give people on Insta or on Twitter or whatever the fuck it is, what the fuck is it? TikTok! I feel like my mom. Like, you guys ever have your parents, they'll say like you and then your sibling's name, and then they'll say the dog's name, and they're like, whatever your name is. That's how I feel right now. Because my brain isn't working today. Okay? If you let TikTok comments be as long as some of the comments I've gotten on YouTube, there would be no hope for us. No saving us. Ban the app. Get rid of it. Burn their headquarters down. That's a extinction level event. Someone replies and says, your mother when she hears a gunshot in the basement and this person's breaking free from their chains in front of the sunrise, and it has more likes than the person who said that they were trans, so that's great. Do people never seriously sit down and consider why a lot of trans people want to kill themselves? Because I've ranted about this, I've talked about this before. Whenever I bring up the fact that I'm transgender, people suddenly, the whole script flips. Suddenly, you know, there's a lot of things flip when they realize that, or when I say it, or finally say it, or whatever. I don't bring it up that often, but people do not want marginalized people to exist in any realm where they do not fit their preconceived notions of what being that identity means. People have this expectation, they think you're trans. I wake up every day, my tits are still on me. I just want to slip my wrist because I got tits. It's like if I gotta go swimming, or if I'm in a situation where I have to take my shirt off, which is honestly not as frequent as some people think. I literally never think about it. And my name was legally changed last year. I'm not even put in the circumstance where people even know I'm trans anymore. I really don't think about being trans that often. I have a lot of problems in my life that I've never discussed, and I might never discuss publicly online. Well, if I ever become really, really famous, I'll divulge in the memoir, but none of you have made me famous yet. So all of the issues that I experience in my life have nothing to do with me being trans. 99% of them. Sorry, I just read the next one. This woman posts a picture of her in the gym, day 0. Girl, that's day 0 for you? It's year 10 for most people. Someone quote retweets this and says, females with armpit hair need to be hung up and executed. Is it really that serious? Where's the armpit hair? I don't even see, there's not even a blemish on this woman's skin. What? This girl replies, if you died, nothing in my life would change. I say this all the time. I genuinely don't understand what prompts people to react in certain ways. This woman, it's not like she's coming on fucking Twitter posting a picture of her looking like goddamn King Kong. Like she's fucking beating her chest up on fucking the Eiffel Tower covered in a mountain of hair that could make enough clothes to clothe the world's most impoverished people. She's literally fucking killed this woman in the most brutal way possible. A YouTube comment.
Yep. Husbands do not listen. Especially when wives are saying that they are sick of being unhappy. I've just stopped talking to mine. It's pointless.
That was woman with high-pitched voice nearing on orgasm. And I'm going to put that in my demo when I send it to producers. Oh, I really like the voice you put on for this one. I feel like we could use this in, you know, an animated movie for kids. Well, that one, that's what I call woman edging on orgasm. As if everything else I've said, the red scare that people could create just from the things I've said online, if that wasn't enough to blackball me from the industry, this will be the next thing. There's not really much to say about this one. This is the kind of stuff that's posted in the subreddit all the time. Married people hate each other. The husbands don't listen. The wives talk too much. No intellectual capabilities up here. No emotional intelligence. Reina Valendignum is a 13-time American Taekwondo Association champion. He holds a 4th degree black belt. I don't know what she's doing in this video. She looks like the headless Taekwondo henchman of the fuck. I know women don't want to hear this, but a strong man with no background in martial arts would beat the living shit out of her with one hand tied behind his back. I know everyone's already said this before. I don't have an original thought, unfortunately. I don't know what it is, like, men's obsession of picturing, like, the most violent scenarios happening to, well, really anyone, but, I mean, particularly women in a misogynistic sense. Now, let's be very clear here. Scientifically speaking, if you have, you know, the size and the skill, you're more likely to, it sounds like Jordan Peterson, you're more likely to, defeat an opponent who is smaller but also has the same skill level as you. Size and skill combined equal better chance outcomes, right? If you're smaller and have same skill, your outcomes go down because you're just naturally smaller, okay? But a man with no martial arts experience, beating up this woman simply because he's a man, I find that highly dubious. Except Jordan Peterson would never say that. In fact, he'd probably be the one tweeting this, along with incubators of men in China getting like jerked off 24/7 for like breeding purposes. Okay, I'll pull up. How about at the after party? Oh, and pedophilia, of course. Okay, I'll pull up. How about at the after party? I don't care what a liberal says. I'm not dating a girl with pronouns. I'm not even going to even offer a contextual rebuttal for that. This person's stupid. You didn't need to know that, though, based off of the text that he put in this TikTok, though. You could tell he's stupid by the flag behind him. And I see this flag often because you don't know where I live. You guys do not know where I live. You know the general idea of where I live, okay? In a rural area. So I see many people with these kinds of flags. And every year they just get another color stripe added to it. I don't even know. They're turning them into pride flags. I don't even know what half the colors mean. I know red is for the fire department. I know the green is for the military. Now I will say fuck the military. And then there's like new colors now. I don't even know. There's like fucking orange on them now. What the fuck does that mean? Grinder men? Like, I don't know. There's like purple. Prince supporters? I don't even understand. They literally do the same identity politics that they hate liberals for doing. I can see why someone who knows a police officer who is married to one, I could make a really bad domestic violence joke right there, but I'm not going to. I could see so many people who know police officers having the flag up. It is so funny to me when people who have no relationship with someone who is a cop put one of these flags up. What are you defending? The rights of them to like literally brutalize people? What are you defending? Their rights to carry out oppressive laws? Like what are you doing? You are such a loser. Like PragerU tweets, some say God is a man. Others say God is a woman or other genderless force. This is why God is a he. I'd be very interested to watch this video. Presented by Dennis Prager. Well, they got the head honcho up there fucking saying this shit. I always find it so funny when whatever people at any religion that believes in a monolithic God, when they immediately assign God like male pronouns, and which I mean doesn't exactly correlate with God being a man, but when they have this conceptual idea that like God is like a man, he's like a dude, and like Jesus Christ, if we're thinking about, you know, fucking Christianity, Jesus Christ was a guy, and you know, the father, son, God is the father, of course, so God is therefore a man, and Jesus is his son, so Jesus is in, you know, immaculate conception with Mary, blah blah blah. I know the Christianity lore, guys, okay? I was taught that at the same time I was 12, and I was taught that jerking off is bad. Let's be so fucking honest with ourselves. If there was a God, which I'm not arguing for or against that, I have very mixed feelings on the matter. If there was a monolithic God, the idea that the God would be one thing or another in this humanity's conception of what gender is, which is gender isn't even a real thing, right? This idea of what male and female is, whatever, sex or whatnot. The idea that the God would fit neatly into one of those boxes that humans have come up with is so laughably naive and self-centered for humans to do. Humans really think they are the center of the universe. This is why I took my Polish king, Nicholas Copernicus. He got harassed. The motherfucker, he was the first guy to get death threats, okay? He got death threats because he said that the sun is in the center of the solar system. We didn't even go so far as to say that our galaxy, our solar system, is not in the center of the universe. All he said was that the Earth wasn't in the center of everything. Yet, even after all that stuff scientifically has been disproven, everyone still thinks they're the center of the universe. Humans still think they are the ones that matter the most. That everything that we've come up with and done, it's like the epitome of like the universe. That like a being that can hear everything, see everything, like Santa Claus, is all knowing and all powerful, can do whatever it wants. People really think that that being would be a man or a woman? These rudimentary ideas of what it means to be a person, really? Name a man that didn't deserve the hate he got. This person decides to reply to this tweet. Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know if this is like an edgelord thing, this person thought this was funny, or if they're being genuinely serious. The thing is like, after they've started, everyone in the government right now just started walking back on everything they were saying about Jeffrey Epstein. But there's nothing else going on, guys, I swear. After they just started walking back on all of that, now they're walking back even more. Now Trump is saying he might pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Now they're just like, I bet $100, give it a week. Give it, I'm filmed, by the time this goes up, it's whatever. Give it a week from when you're watching this or whatever, if it hasn't already happened. The people in the Trump administration, they are going to start saying that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell didn't even do anything wrong. I bet so much money on this. I really do. Because they're gaslighting everyone in America. They're literally, they said, and I don't believe what they say anyway. This is just my own personal opinion. They were saying for a long time that there was something else going on. Now they're not. The only way for them to backtrack enough so that people can forgive them is to just disprove the entire case and just throw it out. Call it a fucking mistrial, right? That's the only way they can get past through this. Maybe then some of their stupid fucking supporters would be able to believe them. Elon Musk tweets, "Cool features is dropped for @SuperGrok subscribers. Turn on companions and settings." Now the new feature is saluting Hitler. This is pretty cool. An image of Misa Misa from Death Note. Every CEO, tech bro, they're all depraved in some way. Elon Musk is like a basement Reddit dweller who somehow earned like $400 billion worth of capital. This is pretty cool. And it's just an anime girl, which the bottom of it's cut off. Don't know what the bottom of it. I mean, I hope she has clothes on. Imagine you just like, you filled out the image and it's just like her legs are just, her vagina is just spread wide open.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Elon Musk, he had to make this companion feature for SuperGrok because every woman he's ever been with has left him. Next thing he's going to introduce is going to be a children feature where you can raise kids of your own. Dozens attend Hetero Awesome Fest in Idaho. Someone asked me to make a video on this a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to. I know Anna Marie Fortino made a video about it when this happened a couple weeks ago, so you can watch her video if you're really that interested in it. Essentially what happened was these straight people got together and like had a festival during Pride Month for hetero pride. That's literally all that happened. And I love it says dozens, not hundreds, not thousands, dozens. I'm surprised this didn't happen in Utah. Now that would have been in the fucking thousands, let me tell you. This is just to preface the next thing. They're making a live action Zelda movie, which as a Zelda fan, as someone who Zelda, if I were to rank my special interest, it's easily in the top 5, has been since I was like 2. I don't really particularly want to see a live action adaptation. It's just the kind of thing that like you're never ever gonna please everybody. And I just prefer if they didn't do it. I think a lot more people would be happy with the end result if they made it animated. I don't. Actually, I do as profit. I don't know. I don't want to assume that Nintendo and the filmmakers behind this and the actors and whatever, they're all just doing this for profit. That's kind of harsh. People don't want animated adaptations of stuff. You know, I'm surprised they didn't make the Super Mario movie into a fucking live action adaptation. That would have been horrifying. If you guys have ever seen the old Super Mario show, where they're like, it's Mario and Luigi being played by humans and they're like plumbers. Go back and watch that. It's legitimately insane. I watched that when it was available on Netflix when I was like 7. The craziest thing you ever watch. Dead ass.
Mario, I got this ass. There's a pipe stuck in my ass. Oh, Luigi, I will help you with the pipe in your ass. I will take it out and then put my dick up there.
That's like exactly what happened. So that's just like a whole other topic. Live action adaptations and how bad they suck, and the fact that not everything needs to be in live action. And like, actually, the reason why so many things work in animation is because they're things that cannot occur in real life. It's because you can create things that don't exist. That's why people write. That's why people are authors. They write fantasy books, for example. You are creating something that does not exist in real life. That's part of the fun, creativity. If you go on any of these Reddit threads that were talking about these rumors, locked. You go on any Reddit thread that outside of a subreddit that specifically adamantly said that they like trans people, and you mention trans people on that subreddit, the post will automatically be locked down. The moderators will lock the shit out of that because people cannot even look at a Reddit post. Redditors cannot see a Reddit post that even vaguely mentions a trans person without saying something awful. There were rumors that Hunter Schafer, who is a transgender actress, that she would play Zelda, which to me feels like the perfect casting. First of all, and a lot of people don't want to hear this, Zelda and Link, especially Link, they're very queer/trans coded. I know queer and trans are not the same thing, but you could apply either to this circumstance. So anyone who's a real Zelda fan wouldn't have a problem with a transgender actress who literally looks like Zelda playing Zelda. What ended up happening was it seems that they're going for the child Link route of things. So they casted children to play Zelda and Link, which is a massive disappointment for me, someone who's not a pedophile, because I really wanted a sexy adult Link. I really wanted a sexy actor to play Link and for me to objectify him, I'm going to be completely honest. Now they're played by like 13-year-olds. And I'm like, oh my fuck. Now I'm have to watch this and not objectify anyone. Fuck. Whatever. So she didn't get casted. It was just a fucking rumor. And this person says there's still room for Hunter in this adaptation. And it's Hunter on the left, and then on the right is a Redead, which is a monster that is in multiple Zelda games. Well, let me apply my special knowledge here. It's in Ocarina of Time. It's in Majora's Mask, and I'm just mainline Zelda games right now. Oh yeah, it's in Wind Waker. It's not in Twilight Princess. There's Gibdos in Twilight Princess. So I'm pretty sure. Well, no, there are Redeads in the 2D Link's Awakening and then the new Zelda game Echoes of Wisdom. And well, this person summed it up pretty well. Jumping on little boys and drinking their life force. Accurate. I mean, I think she's a very beautiful woman. It doesn't matter if she was pretty or not, conventionally or not, but like it's just so weird, especially seeing them, just the way that their bigotry just warps. If someone passes really well, they're traditionally very attractive or whatever, it just warps around it so that they can say something mean or awful. My husband pissed me off. I poured water under the washing machine. He's been dealing with it for 2 hours to identify the problem. And this is on Instagram, which no surprise has 220,000 likes. Why? If someone did this to me, I'm out immediately. This is literally gaslighting someone. I don't think people understand how serious this kind of stuff is. This is emotional manipulation. I have very low tolerance for this kind of stuff, which everyone should have this low of tolerance. But because of the things I've been through in my life, I have very, very, very low tolerance for people disrespecting me. If I ever found out I was dating someone and they did something like this, okay, there's something mentally wrong with you. I don't even care what I did. Nothing would have justified this kind of response. There is something wrong with you. I'm going to leave and get away before you start hitting me. The tweet. Anyone know of a nail tech based in NYC that does hard gel / Russian manicures? So this is like a fat activist. I have seen this person on Twitter before. I recognize this profile picture. I know she's like a very, like, I know that's like her thing is like a fat activism. This person with like a Michelangelo statue or whatever the fuck in his profile picture. It's always these kinds of guys that do this kind of shit. Your life is a joke, a bloated, grotesque monstrosity. You are fat. You are ugly. You are a feminist. No. Unacceptable. Lose weight. Become pretty. Accept that men are superior. This will bring you victory. Yeah, does anyone know of a male barber who can cut long men's hair pretty well? You are a transgender. You're disgusting. Vandalized. Excuse who's raped God's image of you. You have mutilated yourself in various different ways. Grow up, accept that you are a woman, and you will never be anything else. Whoa. I love that. Just fat, ugly, you are a feminist. No, unacceptable. He really wrought out his stream of consciousness. You are a feminist. No, unacceptable. New Jersey man stabbed in the head protecting friend from violent ex-boyfriend. She probably still friend-zoned him. Focus on yourself, King. It's all levels of disgusting. I saved this post because earlier on in my YouTube career, when I didn't necessarily have an audience that mostly agreed with a lot of the stuff I was saying, and my videos were more likely to reach people who didn't agree with what I was saying, I would make videos about women's issues or whatever, which is obviously something that's very, very literally close to my heart. I got comments from men who would call me like a simp and stuff because I was making a video like saying something positive about women, or I was saying something in defense of women, or I was saying something feminist or whatever. They'd like call me a simp. This is not an insult. First of all, you are like speaking in this brain rot incel language that 90% of the population doesn't even know what the fuck you're saying right now. It's like you're siding with like the enemy for them or something. I don't even know what. It's just like not every man cares. Like some people are like actually human beings. Not everyone's Mark Zuckerberg. Some people actually care about women because they're people. The next one is, it was posted on Instagram Reels, so prepare yourselves. What do you call a guy who lets you propose to him? A man. A man. Bro, I want to be like Tom Cruise. I'm going to climb that mountain. Except I won't make millions of dollars from doing so. I can see part of the caption. I am an equal partner, not a slave. Okay. Replies, he's definitely seen other guys. He's not even excited. Girl, get up. LMFAO, what a cute lesbian couple. Let's not normalize this. I got secondhand embarrassment. I know people have said it before, but Instagram it's definitely, Instagram comments, Instagram Reel comments are definitely the bottom of the barrel of the internet. It could literally be the most innocuous thing ever. Even something that's not, unfortunately this is controversial, but even something not as controversial as this. It could be like, woman sitting down journaling. Hey guys, today I journaled, this is what I journaled. I want to give you guys some journaling prompts. And she's like writing herself, she's like showing herself journaling. And there'll be like a comment under that with like 50,000 likes. It'd be like, bitch, get back in the kitchen. Or it'll say like, did you journal about killing yourself? You should do that. What? Okay, this one's fucking crazy. School closed after parents declare hunting season on 12-year-old transgender student. A good knife will do the job. What? This is what I predicted the top 1% would be doing to the peasants. Not random parents to 12-year-old trans children. Happy Trans Day of Remembrance, my God. Okay, can I say, first of all, no one fucking says this except on social media. Happy Asexual Awareness Week. Happy International Pronouns Day. Never once have anyone I've ever known in my life said that. Never in my life have I ever said that in real life. Someone says, Merry Christmas. And this woke Starbucks drinker gets mad, angry, triggered. They really love making up things that never happened. At least when I talk about things that the other side or people I disagree with have done, it's real. It actually has happened. And there's actually a lot of evidential proof of that happening. And Christmas has been like so removed from its secular thing anyway that I feel like saying Merry Christmas at this point isn't even like offensive to someone who doesn't even celebrate Christmas, because it's just like it's just like a thing that's just like people sell. It's been so commercialized, whatever. It ain't about Jesus. Jesus wasn't even fucking born in December. Okay, guys, it's not about Jesus. It's just about fucking gifts and family or whatever the fuck. If you want to be really bleak about it, it's about buying things. So no one really gives a fuck. This is a guy. Transphobes. Yes. You can see that he looks like a guy. Transphobes. Yes. He uses he, him pronouns. Transphobes. Yes. You can tell he's a guy. Transphobes. Yes. He is trans. Transphobes. She doesn't even look like a guy. How can she think she's a guy? Transphobe logic. She doesn't even go here. I've had this happen to me like at least 1 million times. I cannot quantify it, but it has to have been at least 1 million times. I never ever have a problem with anything. Day-to-day life, no one ever thinks otherwise. Okay? And then the minute I say something about it online, everyone, people are like, but you're a girl. Okay, and this is the last one. I've got a long rant planned for this one, so be fucking prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Schoolgirls told to wear longer skirts to create a good work environment for male staff. If male staff are in any way distracted by children's needs, I don't think they should be allowed anywhere near a school, to be honest. Yeah. The dress code is something that has, for my whole life, boggled my mind. My school had a very, very strict dress code. We didn't have to wear uniforms, but we did have a strict dress code. And when up until I was in middle school, we could all wear shorts. We could all wear leggings. We all girls, but the guys just coming in wearing leggings, you know. We could all wear short skirts, whatever. We could do whatever we want, right? And then middle school, suddenly, all these other things started. I vividly remember my first day of 7th grade. Okay, my first day of 7th grade. Now, I had been in middle school for a year, but I didn't fully understand the dress code. I came into school my first day of 7th grade wearing shorts. I was dressed like fucking Adam Sandler. Let me be very clear with you all. And I walk in, I'm in school, and I'm in homeroom. I was in school for like 20 minutes. The teacher sends me to the office. So I have to embarrassingly go to the office. The vice principal then reprimands me, and he asked me why I'm wearing them. I said, I probably didn't say this, obviously. I'm fucking 12. I'm like, I did not know that I couldn't wear shorts. I honestly thought I could if they were fingertip length. And he's like, no, yeah. And I'm like, motherfucker, how about you suck a cock? How about I put a cock deep in your fucking throat like you are reporting on the fucking Watergate trial right now? It is 90 fucking degrees out. You stuffed us all into this gymnasium together where we have no central air, and you're mad that I came in wearing shorts that are down to my fucking knees? How about you fucking grow the fuck up? Huh? How about you try that? Oh my God. And then my mom who works, and her job doesn't just consist of yelling at children like the fucking Gestapo of the middle school. My mom has to drive into school with a pair of jeans. So then I had to wear these jeans all day. I'm sweating my fucking ass off all fucking day because I couldn't wear shorts down to my knees in middle school. Seriously? When I was in high school, this one girl was crazy liberal. She's probably still crazy liberal. I fear that she never went further left than that. She went viral in this Instagram post. This feminist Instagram page reposted her thing because it was a dress code thing. She was ranting on Facebook about it, which I'm not saying she was wrong. She went viral for this because she couldn't wear leggings with a sweater over their leggings because I guess the sweater wasn't long enough to cover her ass up. And it was this whole fucking thing. Basically in my high school, it was just legitimately, the dress code was legitimately insane. I texted my one friend about this last week, because I woke up one day and I was thinking about it. I don't know why. I've been out of high school for 4 years now, so I wear whatever I want whenever I want. I do whatever I want to my face, my hair, my body, because it's my fucking body, right? It's my personal style. I don't have to worry about I can go out in public and wear whatever the fuck I want, right? Well, so I can't go naked, unfortunately, but it's just and I was thinking about how crazy it was, how prohibited we were from doing a lot of stuff in high school. I mean, we're 14 to 18 years old, and we're not allowed to do all these things. It was bad. Boys in my school could not grow facial hair. If they came into school with a 5 o'clock shadow, they would have to literally go to the principal's office and shave in the principal's office. They would give them a razor to shave. They literally couldn't have facial hair. We could not have any hair that was not natural. I remember I had this one friend at the time, he came into school and his hair it was red over the summer and the color didn't fully wash out for the first day of school. And he got in school suspension for it or something. I'm like, really? For red hair? Guys, we're here to learn. We were not allowed to have piercings except for our ears. We could have tattoos. Technically, there was a looper with that. We could technically get tattoos, but obviously that wasn't things, unless it wasn't a giant pot marijuana thing right on my arm. I could go into school, but it's that wasn't something they had to deal with that often because we're all under the age of 18. None of us are really going and getting tattoos for funsies because we're not old enough. We weren't allowed to wear skirts that were past our fingertips, which is just extremely discriminatory if you have a body that's you have long arms. Hey, I've got long arms, guys. We were not allowed under any circumstances to wear shorts in a school that does not have air conditioning. We can't wear shorts. Couldn't wear clothes with rips or tears in them. I could go on and on. There's so many things we could not do. Oh, couldn't wear sweatpants or joggers. Cannot go into school and learn about Shakespeare if you're wearing sweatpants. Let me tell you. Yet people are they're going into debt to go to college and they're graduating wearing sweatpants every day to college. Doesn't seem to be bothering their academic performance. You're going to high school. It's not that deep. You're not going to a meeting you're not meeting with the fucking president. I have a very, very relaxed opinion on what people should or shouldn't be allowed to wear in professional settings or whatever. But it's just the 99% of the time, whatever you're wearing, whatever your hair looks like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because if you're doing a good job, if you're actually a good person, what you wear, your style, what you look like, it does not matter. I mean, I don't want to go too far with this, but I feel the way that we are brought up in these dress codes and stuff, this strict idea, this hegemonic value of the way people should look and be dressed or whatever, I feel part of that, growing up in that sort of environment, creates these stigmas around people who have piercings, people who look different, who look alternative, who have tattoos or whatever. That's why they get hand tattoos, they have neck tattoos, they're tattooed heavily. That's why they have face job discrimination. I've ranted for long enough. That's it for me, and that's it for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, you can subscribe. I post videos about whatever I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like your thing, make sure to subscribe and turn on notification bell so you know when I post a video. I'm going to give a special thanks to my Patreon members who are part of my Alpha and Delta tiers. Thank you so much to Olivia Schutt and Dallas Andrade. I really appreciate your continued support. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much to all of my Patreon members. I want to, again, plug my Patreon for all of you. I understand if you don't want to or if you cannot support me on there, but I would really appreciate it if you did. There is a community post available on my YouTube now if you want to read the full details on this. But I basically had a scare with YouTube this past week where they nearly almost turned off my monetization for 3 months straight. And I already don't make great money off of YouTube because I can't control how well the algorithm treats me, unfortunately. So I already have trouble with that. The idea of them turning off my main source of income for 3 months straight was legitimately insane to me. And again, you could go read that post if you want to hear the full story. But it was really scary to me, and it's just further pushed me to pursue more traditional forms of payment in the creative sphere. But Patreon is like the one thing that I get every month that's always there. If you can support me or pay me or whatever, I'd really appreciate that. I post exclusive videos, I post bloopers, I post work updates, I post teaser scripts and trailer videos. I post all of that just on the $5 tier. The $10 tier will give you monthly live streams. It gives you early and ad-free access to all of my YouTube videos. And then the tiers above that will, the only added benefit is you are giving me more money. Yay. And then you get a verbal shout out at the end of all my videos. So I really hope you all enjoyed this video, but more than that, I really hope I see you in the next video. You'll be there, right? Watching.